My name is Cliff Smith, C-L-I-F-F-S-M-I-T-H. I'm the business manager of the Roofers and Waterproofers Union, Local 36 in Los Angeles. We represent hundreds of construction workers, some of the most hardworking people in the city of Los Angeles, many of them Oaxacan, many of them immigrant, many of them African American, and all of them completely disrespected by the actions and words of the leaders of our city council, council members Martinez, Cedillo, and De Leon. All three of them must vacate the city council immediately. They must resign. There cannot be any compromise. There cannot be any negotiation. The three of them have shown their true colors, and they must leave immediately. Councilmember Nuri Martinez, you are a coward to not show up today and face the community and your constituents. You can take your leave of absence and keep leaving. You are excommunicado. We do not want to see you again at Los Angeles City Hall. And Cedillo and De Leon, you can take your leave of absence permanently with Councilmember Martinez. We do not want to see you back in Los Angeles City government. Goodbye, adios, au revoir. Take it and keep pushing.
Get them out! 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 Ali, N-A-J-E-E, Ali, A-L-I, Director of Project Islamic Hope. Today our coalition is demanding the resignation of the three Latino council members, Martinez, De Leon, and Cedillo, for making racist comments. You can never make racist comments and especially call a black child a monkey and expect to be in city government. There's no room in politics for racist comments, and we can't have three racists working in this building behind me at City Hall making laws and public policy that govern us. We can't have racists in charge of our city, and that's why the Latino council members who made the racist comments, Martinez, De Leon, and Cedillo, must resign. What's just as important is we're calling upon Attorney General Rob Bonta to launch an investigation and a probe into what we call gerrymandering. We believe and have proof by the tapes that these Latino leaders were trying to, unfortunately, marginalize and hurt black voters. And we have proof that they were engaged in gerrymandering. And that's why there must be an investigation, because we know they're in that room concerning redistricting, but essentially trying to carve up the maps to exclude black political voter strength, and they use those maps for personal and political gain. And that's why the maps are just as important as the racist comments these Latino leaders made, and that's why they must resign. And our next speaker came all the way from San Diego. He's without question San Diego's most prominent black civil rights leader and activist, one of the top young leaders and activists in the nation, Reverend Shane Harris.
Thank you, Najee. And I want to thank all of the leaders, especially Najee. Reverend Shane Harris, the president of the People's Association of Justice Advocates. I'm here to support the leaders locally in Los Angeles, to support the call that these leaders in Los Angeles are making, that Los Angeles City Council members Gil Cecita, Nuri Martinez, and Kevin De Leon resign effective today immediately. I want to be very clear. The commentary that was used by these council members and this labor leader was not only derogatory in nature, but I want to correct the narrative that they said. They called a black child a monkey. I just want to be clear that black children and black people are not monkeys, they're kings and queens. So I want to correct that narrative. I think it's really critical that since we've already talked about the racially insensitive commentary that the Orange County Justice Initiative and others are lifting up and saying that there's a racial insensitivity in the conversation, I want to underscore the importance of what Najee is calling on. And I want to say that my office of the People's Association of Justice Advocates, a national civil rights organization, has issued a letter to Attorney General Rob Bonta. I will make sure that the media gets a copy of that letter that will go to every news desk to ensure you have a copy of the formal request that my office is making to the Attorney General. I want the Attorney General to investigate two things. One, obviously we're very concerned that gerrymandering conversations were happening here. I want the Attorney General to investigate the criminality and the civil rights that were possibly violated on these phone calls, as well as to investigate the possibility that this was not the only phone call, that there was not the only meeting that happened in these meetings. This was not the only meeting possibly, that there were possibly other meetings. I don't just want this meeting investigated, but I want every possible meeting that happened prior to this meeting investigated, both civilly and criminally, by the State Department of Justice. The conversations that occurred in this meeting sought to gerrymander and disenfranchise the black vote in the city of Los Angeles. And we are very concerned about the possibility that these council members and this labor leader were beyond racially insensitive, that they were seeking to disenfranchise the black vote in this city. Right. The final thing that I'll say is that the residents of Los Angeles, my office will be talking with the residents of Los Angeles, because there may be a case that can be raised, a class action lawsuit against the city council members of Los Angeles who have sought to disenfranchise the black vote. I believe that residents and taxpayers may also have a lawsuit here against the city of Los Angeles because of the conversations that were occurring pertaining to voting and specifically redistricting. And the fact that they were possibly having these conversations outside of the Brown Act, they might have violated the Brown Act in these conversations. So we're very concerned about the racial insensitivity, but we're even more concerned about the public trust being breached. And if it happens in LA, as my brother from the Orange County Justice Initiative said, it can happen in San Diego, and it can happen in Oakland, and it can happen in Sacramento, and it can happen in San Francisco. And today we're here to say no. We're here to say hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no, you won't disenfranchise the black vote. Hell no, you won't disenfranchise our cities and utilize the public office to literally try to disenfranchise people across our region. Hell no. You will not stay on city council and think you're going to take a leave of absence. Nuri Martinez, you need to get off of the absence and resign today. There is no option for you. Kevin De Leon, there is no leave of absence. You need to take a resignation absence. You need to leave entirely. And then finally, Gil Cicito, there is no leave of absence. You need to leave for good. We need new leadership in this council, because what happens in LA happens in the state of California. And we need new leadership in this council to ensure that the public's trust is rebuilt, and we need to look at the possibility of whether civil and criminal investigations can proceed from the state attorney general's office on not just this conversation, but possible previous conversations. So today we say hell no.
Hell no.
Thank you all. My name is Reverend Redeem Robinson, R-E-D-E-E-M, Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-S-O-N, and I bring you greetings as the Minister of Social Justice for the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, also known as the AME Zion Church. Our church has been in existence since 1796, and we were founded out of fighting discrimination since then. And today, the AME Zion Church of Los Angeles, we condemn anti-blackness, We condemn racism, and we condemn the conspiracy to gerrymander and disenfranchise black voters. We will not tolerate it. It's a sin, and we come against all types of actions that will silence the voices of the black community here in Los Angeles. We call on full resignations of Councilmember Martinez, Councilmember De Leon, and Councilmember Cedillo. We call for full resignations. We don't call for leave of absence. We want full resignations today. We are also calling for an investigation to investigate if open meeting laws were violated. That is something very serious because the public was not aware of what is going on. The public needs to know when all meetings are happening. So we need a full investigation if open meeting laws were indeed violated. And we also need to investigate if there was a conspiracy to disenfranchise black voters. So once again, we call for full resignations and an investigation. We as people of faith, the scripture says, faith without works is dead. And we're putting our faith in action on today, and we're holding these members of the city council accountable, and we will be acting. So once again, thank you all for having me today.
To see racism and prejudice when you see it. What we have heard from the city council members is despicable. It does not encourage unity. It does not encourage collaboration. It encourages hate. It encourages division. And as you see, as all of us are here standing here, we're here in unity. Different groups, different backgrounds, in different areas, but we're here in unity. And that's what we should be preaching to the youth of tomorrow, is unity. We shouldn't be preaching hate or bashing separatist ideals. Like my colleague said, we are calling for a full resignation. Not a resignation just from the position, but a full resignation of all council members and individuals and affiliates who heard this go on and did not do anything. Because that makes not only Los Angeles look horrible, but it's a ripple effect to all municipalities around California. If the city council members in Los Angeles can do this and say whatever they want, then in Orange County, they can do and say whatever they want. In San Bernardino, they can do and say whatever they want. But our job here is to educate, right, demonstrate, and effectively legislate and encourage and inspire the youth to run for office and get these elected officials who are corrupt, racist, they don't see the ideals out of office. So I'm really glad to see so many individuals behind us today, standing in unity. You're going to see so many other individuals come out today from all different backgrounds, age demographics, because the youth of tomorrow, we're fed up. And we're not going to sit here and stand down while racist ideals get spilled across our county. So I encourage you all to make sure you tell other individuals to come out, speak out, educate, demonstrate, and effectively legislate. Thank you.